As high winds continue to blow through western New York, National Grid says they have extra crews ready in place all across our region.
To talk more about what you need to know if your lights go out, we are joined by Dave Bertola, a spokesman for National Grid. Dave, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, how's everybody doing over there?
We're
Staying
doing
safe,
well.
I hope.
Yes, thank you. So I have your power outage map open right now on my computer. Right now, there are over 25,000 total customers affected. Tell us a little bit about this storm in terms of how National Grid prepared for it.
Sure. What National Grid does on a beautiful sunny day or a day like today is we keep an eye on the weather. We get multiple weather reports sent our direction, and we analyze them based on wind speeds, rain, snow, all of those factors. And then what we do is we model our response based on previous storms. So in the case of today, when we saw wind speeds in the 50, 60, 70 mile per hour range, we began staging our crews across all of our service centers in western New York. There's about 12 or 14 of them. And we just were prepared with our crews, our equipment, and we waited. And currently, there's around 25,700 customers without service. The majority of them are in Chautauqua, Erie, and Cattaraugus counties at around 22,000. So we're hopeful to get the power restored tonight. Sometime between the 6 o'clock hour and the 8 o'clock hour for most of them. Chautauqua County is probably going to lag and be the last of those with power coming on around 11 o'clock.
Dave, are crews able to work even when the wind gusts are this high? I know that there are certain parameters under which I think it's a 55 mile an hour threshold or what have you, or a 55 mile an hour bar. Are crews able to get out up on the trucks, or are there certain things that crews are unable to do until the winds start to back off a little bit?
Right, that's a really good question. You know, it's at the discretion of each crew. So as an example, if we're working in the city and we're up in a bucket and we might be buttressed by tall buildings and whatnot, perhaps they won't be impacted by the wind as much. If you're working on a transmission line where you're above the trees and it doesn't even seem like a windy day, it might be kind of difficult to work on a transmission line in a rural area. So it all really varies based on circumstance, and we leave that into the very able hands of our crews who do amazing jobs, and it's a job that I know I can't do. I'm grateful that I do what I do for National Grid, and I tip my cap to those guys every single day because they're some of the toughest, smartest people I know.
And Dave, if you can, maybe elaborate more on the restoration process to explain to our viewers, why it takes the time to respond and restore that power.
Sure. Well, sometimes we go out and we have to assess a condition. It might be that a tree fell onto a power line that may have pulled down an entire pole or multiple poles, and we have to make sure that not only we have the equipment and access to the parts, the ability to make the repairs, which are all really at our fingertips, but it takes time. It takes time to replace a pole. Sometimes, depending on where the location is, it might be rural. In the city of Buffalo, Amherst area, Tonawanda as an example, you might have some backyard service, which means we have to go and work around people's fences and yards and things of that nature. So sometimes these things just add to the restoration time. People could check out our online outage map if you're able, where it says that Chautauqua County should be back up around 11, and Erie County should be at 6 o'clock, and Cattaraugus around 6:45. Those are the top 3 counties right now.
It is a very busy day, afternoon, evening ahead for National Grid. Dave Bertola is the spokesman for them, and he joined us. We appreciate you, given all the fact that things are a little hectic out there for National Grid. Dave, thanks.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Stay safe.
You too. Thanks, Dave.